All right, welcome back to another one of our film reviews. Today we are talking Los Angeles Chargers rookie defensive lineman Jamaree Caldwell. Caldwell is kind of an under-the-radar guy, doesn't get a lot of hype, doesn't get a lot of attention, but he's quickly becoming a stud up front from the Chargers, and we'll break down everything he did so well in the most recent Los Angeles victory. As always, in the comment section below, give us any feedback you might have. If you're a fan of these film reviews and want to help support us so we can do more of them, consider becoming a member of our channel. There's a link in the description box below that will take you right there. But without further ado, let's jump right into the film. All right, let's get started with the run defense, and there's Jamaree Caldwell right there, lined up in what we'll call a one technique on the outside shoulder of the center. You can make an argument he's a 2-eye right there on the inside eye of the guard, but regardless, he's an A-gap defender. The A-gap, of course, being the space between the left guard right there and the center right there. What we're going to get here from the Tennessee Titans is a standard inside zone concept. We're going to get base reach here, left guard working up to linebacker there, and a base reach here from the center on Caldwell. Running back's going to take the handoff and work this direction, and then try and either go north and south or cut back wherever you can find a hole. Standard stuff. Every team's got this play in the playbook. Now, normally how this works is the center's job is to, number one, ideally to reach and pin this defensive tackle. That's really hard to do. But the other option is as he works to reach him, this defensive tackle is going to widen out, and he's going to slingshot him down the line of scrimmage. What Caldwell does is absolutely demolish the center at the point of attack, and he makes a play to boot. Let's check it out. There's a snap. There's a handoff. Blown up. Caldwell makes a play. All right, let's go back to the very beginning here. Break this whole sucker down. So we can see the left guard working up, left tackle working out. Good job on the play side by pretty much everybody involved, right? But let's look at Caldwell right here. He's trying to avoid getting reached. He's working horizontally. Right here, the center, most centers would try and slingshot him down the line of scrimmage. But because Caldwell's so strong with his left arm, you can see it right there, he actually plays off the block and then makes a tackle. Look how he wraps up to. Really good stuff there from 99. But what I really love about Caldwell is his body position. You can see knees, hips, shoulders, helmet. Everything is parallel to the line of scrimmage the entire time. Never gets turned, never gets out of position. He plays with great leverage, great power, great technique, checking every box right here for the rookie. All right, from the wide copy, it looks really good. Watch Caldwell right there. Blow him back and then make the tackle. Really nice. Where's the line of scrimmage, guys? Was it the 39-yard line, we'll say, of Los Angeles? This center gets shocked back all the way to the 41, so 2 yards of penetration, and he wraps up and make the tackle. I mean, this is teach tape stuff, right? See how he uses his hands right away, extends right away? See how he's, again, you can see right there, it's pretty clear. Shoulders, hips, knees, all parallel to the line of scrimmage. Forces the running back to cut back, and then has that strong left arm. You can see it right there, guys. Strong left arm to throw off the center right there, blocking him, and then make the tackle. Great job by Jamaree Caldwell. All right, this is one of my favorite plays I've seen from Caldwell all year long. And there he is right there, lined up on the left side of your screen. He's going to be lined up in a 3 technique on the outside shoulder of the guard right there. The Titans, they have the running back, Tony Pollard, behind center. It's going to be a direct snap to him and an outside sweep this direction. Everyone's running, everyone's sprinting this direction for the Titans offensive line. Normally, 99 times out of 100, they say, okay, the backside defensive tackle, there's no way he's ever going to make this play. Guys, the 1 in a million chance happened. Great hustle play by Caldwell. Prevents a first down. Let's check it out. There's a snap. Running back gets outside. Penetration. Boom. Caldwell wraps him up. Look at this. Look at this contact. Watch him the entire way. Look at this effort from 99. Big 99 playing hard. Nice. No first down. Now, to be totally fair, there was holding called right here. So, where's it? Right there. Right. Great play right there at the point of attack. Who's that? 52. Again, good job by him, of course. Really good player. But look at Caldwell's effort the entire way. Fighting through blocks. Running down the line of scrimmage. Hustling. Powerful blow. This is next level stuff, guys. It's one thing to be just a run stuffer inside, maybe add a little pass rush every now and again, but how about playing with effort and hustle? That's the level to this Chargers defense that gets me really excited, right? They're playing really good football, they're coached really well, they're really physical, but they also fly around with so much effort and energy and hustle. That's sort of a Mike Mentor staple, that it makes them really tough to handle. Because right here, there's a chance Pollard, who's a good player, can maybe squeeze through and get the first down. But Caldwell, because of his effort and hustle, is there to finish him off. No chance to get close. Great job. All right, from the wide copy, it looks really impressive. Watch Caldwell work down this line of scrimmage. I mean, hustle, 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 boom. I mean, you can see the flag right there. Right there, right? So it would have come back anyway. But Caldwell doesn't know that, right? 99 doesn't know that. Right here, he's like, I got to run, I got to run. He may get the first down right here. He's got to get to the 45. If Caldwell's not there, guys, there's a chance he squeezes through and gets close. But 99's there to wrap him up. And where does he finish? A yard short of the first down. If Caldwell's not there, he gets the first down. It's hustle. It's effort. You can look at the Tennessee Titans offensive line. They really don't care about him. They just kind of let him go. They're like, listen, we're not trying to block you. You have no chance to make the play. No chance. Backside nose guard defensive tackle, 0% chance to make the play. Turns out he has bigger than a 0% chance. He gets it done. Great job. All right, we got the first of 2 plays of a goal line stand here for the Los Angeles Chargers. There's Caldwell right there, line up in a 2-eye technique, obviously a goal line situation. You can see the ball's right there, the end zone's right there, and they got the running back again, direct snap here for the Tennessee Titans, trying to get the ball to Tony Pollard. And what they have Caldwell doing here is really smart. This is really well coached and really well executed. So the center's going to try and base reach him here, but he's going to attack this offensive lineman and basically get on him and get some penetration right here. But what these 4 guys are trying to do here, they have 2 responsibilities. One, they can't give up any ground. They got to get penetration, reset the line of scrimmage. But 2, they got to make sure number 6, number 2, the guys off the ball, they have a free reign to make the tackle. Because guess what? 99 times out of 100, you're not going to make the play, right? These offensive linemen are going low. They're chopping you. Your job right here is just not get blown back. Your job is to get penetration and allow your backfield mates right there, the linebackers and safeties, to make the tackle. Caldwell does his job. It frees up the other guys to make the play on 3rd down. Let's check it out. There's a snap. Inside run. No chance. All right, let's break this down. This is team defense at the goal line. Look at 96 right there. Goes low. Good job. Right? Look at Caldwell right here. Fires off into, actually, that's the tackle right there. You can see the center working over to him. Again, gives up no penetration. Blows that tackle back. The center has to go down and deal with him, working on the other side of the line of scrimmage. So right here, Tony Pollard, he gets the handoff. There's a chance he may want to go a little wide. Can't do it because Caldwell's there with penetration. And again, because Caldwell didn't give up any ground and took up some mass, you can see number 2's there to clean it up. One of the things that can happen, even though on the backside, Khalil Mack makes this play, but there's a chance guys come from the side and the running back can still just kind of fall forward into the end zone. I mean, he gets pretty close there. Only ends up, 1 yard short? I mean, really, really close, despite Mack making the contact where around the 3, full head of steam from 52. But if you have linebackers and safeties that are unblocked and they have a chance at the point of attack, you keep them short. That's exactly what we get here from the Chargers, and it's because of team defense, Caldwell doing his part. All right, from the wide copy, get a really good look at Caldwell. Again, watch him work the offensive line back and then just create this massive humanity behind the line of scrimmage. Right here, the Titans, they want to get at least hats on hats, and they want to at least not surrender any ground or ideally get movement, but they're all playing on the other side line of scrimmage. The play's designed to go off tackle here, but look at this surge. Caldwell doing his part. Look at all these bodies. Look at this penetration by the Chargers defense. Forces a running back to go north and south, and here's the thing. When you get penetration, when you fire out into offensive linemen, it frees up the next level guys to make the tackle like we see here. Good job across the board. All right, 4th down and goal situation. You can see Caldwell right there, line up again in the A gap right here. And it's one of these situations they teach these guys when the quarterback's under center, you attack the center. Your job is to dent the center and create just a massive humanity right there. If in all perfect situations, you get penetration and just basically lie flat on your stomach and create a huge wall of just thousands of pounds of dude right there and give the running back no chance or the quarterback no chance. And that's exactly what Caldwell does here. The Titans are going to bring a man in motion pre-snap, and they're just going to run the football right up the middle. But Caldwell does his part, right? He fires out, again, creates a massive humanity, allows this running back to basically have nowhere to go. The defense then collapses around him for a huge 4th down stop. Let's check it out. There's a motion. There's a snap. There's a handoff. Gets close, but denied. Look at Caldwell right here at the point of attack, right? Fires into the center. Doesn't give up any ground, right? It's one of those things. He actually kind of gets some friendly fire right here because 96 makes a guy miss right there. That's a good job by 96. But 96, though, he gets picked up by the fullback as an offensive lineman. So there's a chance right here this could score. Right here, there's a chance. But you'll notice Caldwell, by creating a massive humanity right there, this running back has nowhere to go. It creates this huge pile. Number 2 goes over the top. Number 6 goes over the top. And they keep him short. Right? If you keep right here your backfield mates clean, right? They can make plays like this. That's how you come up with goal line stops. Your job isn't to make the play. It's almost like onside kick where they say, listen, the first wave of guys isn't to go out there and recover the onside kick. Your job is to eliminate the guys that could recover it. Your job here as an interior defensive lineman is to eliminate these offensive linemen to create a massive humanity to let your defensive backs and linebackers make the play. Caldwell does his part. His teammates do the rest. Great job. All right, from the wide copy, get a good look at it right here. Watch that. A little bit of initial surge. So at the initial snap right here, not looking great, right? Looks like this is a chance to score. Right here, this looks like it's going to score. But Caldwell keeps working, keeps going low, doesn't give up any ground. Always fight to stay low. They say low man wins, and obviously that would be ideal off the rip. But if you don't get it initially, like right here, he's a little bit higher, go low now. Go low, create the humanity pile, and that's exactly what he does. Again, team defense, ugly, goal line, it's never going to be perfect. It's going to be, honestly, really nasty 99% of the time. A lot of it's just finding a way to get it done, and 99 does right here. Big stop. All right, back to some regular run defense. There's Caldwell lined up in a 3 technique on the outside shoulder of the guard right there. And it's going to be just a gap play here from Tennessee Titans. We're going to get a double team here, working up to the next level. Double team right here, working up to the next level. Tackle working out right there. Tight end picking up 45. The running back's just going to take the handoff, go north and south, cut back wherever you can find a hole. Either keep it this direction, cut it back this way, wherever you can find a crease. And I want you guys to watch Caldwell here. He does a really good job in terms of fighting off the double team, not giving up any ground. I'd like him to maybe be a little bit lower, but he executes and he results in a win for the Chargers defense, which is the most important thing. Let's check it out. There's a snap. Inside run. Nowhere to go, nowhere to go. Caldwell's part of the tackle. One of the things that you have to do as a defensive lineman is you can't give the running back an easy, clear picture. And the Chargers are so good at that. Watch Caldwell takes on both blockers, keeps his hips, shoulders, knees, everything parallel to line of scrimmage. Again, you can see just like the goal line, there's just a massive humanity there. Now, in an ideal world, I'd like Caldwell to maybe be a little lower, maybe get his knee, bend the knee a little bit. You can see right 90 right there. See how he's dropping his inside knee, trying to make sure he doesn't surrender any ground. I think that's a little bit better in terms of technique from number 90. Maybe a little bit more from Caldwell right here from a technical perspective, but from an effort perspective, from a physical perspective, good work. And I love the way he uses his hands. Once again, we see right there, good punch, good strength. Earlier, we saw him use his left hand with great success. Now he uses right hand right there to basically force the offensive lineman in the running back's path. And then he bounces off it all and is part of the tackle. Good job, once again, run defense from Jamaree Caldwell. All right, from the wide copy, you can see Caldwell right there at the point of attack. There's a double team, gives up no ground at all, fights it off, part of the tackle. Let's look at the line of scrimmage, guys. Where was the ball snapped? The Chargers 8. Look at Caldwell. Where is he? Chargers 8. Chargers 8. Back to maybe the 7.5, maybe the 6.5 right there by the time he fights off and makes a tackle. But there is no initial surge, right? They're looking for an initial surge. They're trying to dent the defense, guys. That's what the Titans are trying to do inside. Where's the dent? There is none. In fact, you can see right here on the double team, watch his tackle. He strikes him right there. Watch where his feet go. Back. Gives up ground. And that causes the running back. You can see the running back, Tony Pollard, right there. He sees that. He now has to stop, chop his feet a little bit, lower momentum. Really hurts the play. It's the little things, guys. And Caldwell very quickly is becoming an elite run defender in every facet. All right, quick break in the film review. Look, I was taught to break down film by my college coaches at the Division I level. All the players are. It's just a fact of playing football at that level. And I want to take this opportunity to give you guys, the average fan, more opportunities to get that insider knowledge of how the game is taught at that highest level of college football. I created a checklist, a step-by-step guide for you guys, 100% free. That's based on how I was taught to break down film by my coaches and that I use today to create these film reviews. There's a link in the description box below that'll take you right to it. I really appreciate it if you guys decide to get it. Again, 100% free, just trying to share information to you guys, stuff that was taught to me by my coaches. But without further ado, let's get back into the film. All right, let's talk about something Caldwell needs to work on, and there he is right there, lined up in a 3 technique on the outside shoulder of the guard right here, and he's going to get trapped right here. Playing in space for big number 99, not his strongest suit. So what we're going to get here is we're going to get the guard working up to the linebacker. We're going to get the tackle who's going to kind of like fake like he's blocking down and then work up to the linebacker, and Caldwell basically gets caught in some trash and falls flat on his face. The guard pulls and basically lands on him. Running back goes right by him for a pretty big play for the Tennessee Titans. Again, not his best rep at all. He had a good game, but this is something I think he needs to improve on. Let's check it out. There's a snap, inside run, there's a trap, pretty good crease, good play for the Titans. All right, let's look at Caldwell, not his prettiest play. Right, he fires off right there, trying to get into the tackle, that's good, but the tackle then swims him, and he falls flat on his face right there. Makes it the easiest trap block of all time. Listen, if you're that guy, that's not a good position to be in, right? You do not want to be 99 right here. That's not ideal. I'll phrase it like that. And look, Caldwell, look, he's a physical dude. He's a good player. Rookie's coming along nicely, so I'm not going to pick on him too much. But this is something he needs to work on, right? He's very good with his technique, very good with his hands, but he can get a little overextended, and playing in space is a challenge. And against some really good teams in the AFC, the Bills, the Ravens, the Chiefs, right? They like to get you out of whack with their offensive schemes. And this is something Caldwell, I think, going forward is going to have to be mindful of. He's extremely good when people play him straight up, but in big games the rest of the season against the best teams, teams aren't going to be dumb enough to play him straight up. They're going to do a lot more of things like this, and he's going to have to be ready for it. All right, for the wide copy, you can see Caldwell right there, flat on your face. Again, not great. Nice run for the Titans, first down. Again, it's one bad play over the course of a really good game, so I'm not obviously hypercritical of Caldwell. He's a really nice player. But this is just something, playing in space, being aware right here, what could potentially happen. Listen, it's a shotgun situation. You don't need to be hyper-aggressive. Strike the tackle if you want. Strike him in his chest. Don't go inside. Be careful with your hands. Don't be too overextended. And don't fall flat on your face, right? I mean, he's even got me tripping up over my words, just how trippy he was looking on this one. And I think that's one thing he's going to have to improve on, right? It's just being a little bit more clean playing in space, right? He's very good hustling. He's a great effort guy, extremely physical at the point of attack, even has some good pass rushes. This is the next part of his game. If he can clean this up, he'll become a complete player for the Chargers. All right, let's end with the run defense, and there's Caldwell right there, line up in a 3 technique on the outside shoulder of the left guard. It's going to be kind of a cool concept here for the Titans. What they're going to get is basically inside zone with the zone double team here. We're going up to the linebacker, tackle basing here, guard basing here, tackle basing here. 84 is going to come in motion pre-snap, and he's going to come back and insert right here just like that. And the running back's just going to follow and go north and south wherever he can. It's a pretty nice little concept here. Caldwell does a pretty good job with his base block, gives up a little bit of ground, becomes part of the tackle. Again, it's part of a larger picture with Caldwell doing a good job in sometimes some tough situations. Let's check it out. There's the motion. There's the snap. There's the inside run. Caldwell fights off the block. It's part of the tackle. Not bad at all. You can see right here the Titans have numbers, right? You can look at the situation and say, okay, they've got 6 blockers and 6 defenders. So this is a tough situation. And again, playing in space, right? There's a lot of green grass here. And Caldwell does a pretty good job, right? You can see he's a 3 technique, so he's got the gap, his B gap, the gap to his right. So that's where he's got his eyes. Again, knees, hips, shoulders parallel. When he sees the running back go inside, he fights off the block and is part of the tackle. Again, would ideally not like to be walked back a little bit at the end, but listen, when you're trying to make the tackle, it's going to happen. You can see right here this double team, right? Can't quite make the play there. Actually, number 90 ends up making the play, but he ends up falling forward. They get up to the next level. I mean, this is just good team defense. And sometimes run defense right here in this situation is when the offense has you. Because right here, the Titans got them, right? They got angles on people, and it's a light box. They got 4 linemen, 2 linebackers, 6 blockers, and 2 of the linemen are steamed up edges, right? So this is a situation right here. Number 6, great player, but he's not Ray Lewis, right, in terms of stopping the run. So this is a situation where the Titans are like, okay, we got numbers, we got them. And it ends up resulting in 4 or 5 yards. And sometimes that's what good run defense is. It's just minimizing the damage. And Caldwell does his part to mitigate that. We talk about his physicality, we talk about his toughness, talk about his effort. Needs to play a little bit better in space, but he's quickly becoming a key part of this Chargers defense. That guys, is becoming elite, right? Listen, the Chargers, they've had some injuries, they've got some concerns, right? We all know it, don't have to harp on it too much. But the way they play as a team, the way they play as a defense and offense too, is really exciting. And Jamaree Caldwell is going to have a huge part of it both this season and in the future.